I'm done. I'm not in that fucking political party. I am totally comfortable in a political party that spends time questioning the policies of the government of Israel. In fact, I'm enthusiastic about that. I don't want to be in a political party that denies the right of the state of Israel to exist. That's just not, I just can't do that. I'm sorry. It's just not doable.
That's James Carville, who pretended that unity was the most important thing in the world when his beloved Hillary Clinton was running. Now go, unity? I don't believe in that at all. I hate progressives and anyone who dares to defy Israel. Oh, well, then that's it. I'm leaving the Democratic Party. Here's your walking papers, bitch. Go, there's the effing door. Who the hell needs you, okay? Oh, you want all the Democrats to serve Israel? When 80% of Democratic voters have an unfavorable opinion of Israel. Haven't you kissed Israel's ass enough throughout your career, James? That on your last legs, you're out here going pimping for Israel, trying to destroy the Democratic Party and being against 8 out of 10 Democrats because they hurt your beloved Israel's feelings. And by the way, lying on top. That's just me getting warmed up. Anna, tell us more about this.
Well, I was just gonna toss to the next video so you can get a better understanding of what set him off, but that's definitely gonna set you off. So you know what? Let's have fun. Let's go to the next video.
She has attacked interracial relationships in the American flag. Lady, I ain't in the same party as you. I'm sorry. I just not. And I actually do think it's time for Democrats to talk the S word, schism. I really do. Everybody's always said, no, we're coalition, we're big tent. And there's just some that I can't be in the same tent with.
Well, young Democrats are not interested in supporting candidates who have taken money from the Israel lobby or who defend Israel's actions in the Middle East. In fact, young Americans, both in the Democratic Party and Republican Party, would like to decouple from Israel, and they really don't care about whether or not Israel exists. And that's not just me saying it, it's based on the polling. And that makes James Carville lose his mind. Now, he is furious over the results of the New York elections where the Zohran Mamdani endorsed candidates beat out Democratic incumbents in the primaries. But he should ask himself why these candidates who he thinks are too extreme and do in some cases hold positions that I might disagree with, why would they win so easily in the primaries? And the reason why is because we've had enough. We'd like to live in a sovereign country, James. We would like to see our tax dollars benefit our country, James. I don't give a damn about Israel. In fact, Israel's relationship with the United States is a stain on our country. And just because you don't realize it, because you happen to be part of a generation that was brainwashed like crazy about how wonderful Israel is, doesn't mean that everyone else is brain dead. Okay, young people know what's going on, and we can't wait to get all these corrupt, disgusting, pro-Israel Democrats out of office, and it will happen.
Yeah, so let's break it down a little bit more. So is it that we agree with everything that Chevalier says? That's one of the women who won in these races. Like, for example, the interracial marriage stuff. No, I don't agree with that at all. Do I even agree with everything Mamdani says? No, I've told you I don't believe in rent control, and there's plenty of policy disagreements. But do I like that they won? Well, first of all, it's not my business because it's the voters' business. But James Carville says, no, if you don't pick the people that we want and has all of my policy positions, then I'm gonna leave the party. And to which I say again, bitch, get to stepping, okay? We don't need you. We don't need you at all. In fact, you've done great damage to the Democratic Party by insisting, oh no, you have to be for corruption, you have to be for money in politics, you have to be for Israel, you have to be for a different country, not your own country. Well, it's the corruption, stupid. Maybe that's a phrase you might remember. So he says, they said that Israel doesn't have a right to exist. Really? Who said that? Give me the quotes, okay? Because what he's trying to imply is that not just the politicians, but the voters, the Democratic voters that voted for them are somehow what? Because the unspoken part is they want to murder everyone in Israel. No, that's not what they're saying at all. You monsters, you liars. Okay, the people being murdered are not the Israelis, it's the Palestinians and the Lebanese and the Iranians, which Israel has attacked over and over and over again. But a genocide of Arabs doesn't bother James Carville at all. You know why? Because Arabs have never funded the Clintons, his best friends, who got him into power. So since he never got funding from any Arabs or Muslims, he doesn't care about their lives at all. But he's like, taking money away from beloved Israel in the middle of a genocide. Well, I can't be in this party. Good, F off. Please leave immediately. And you're accusing 80% of Democratic voters of wanting to kill people, wanting to do monstrous things? No, it's you and your disgustingly corrupt friends in the establishment who have been in favor of all of Israel's wars, all of their war crimes, their crimes against humanity. But yeah, I know, James, it doesn't count because they're just Arabs and Muslims, and they're getting in the way of your power that you get from the Israeli lobby, right, James? You're gonna be honest about it? Have the Clintons taken money from the Israeli lobby? Tons and tons, millions upon millions upon millions. But James is gonna tell us, that didn't affect them at all. It's just their natural love of Israel. We love Israel so much, and we love the genocide. Do you, James? Do you? I think you're a paid bitch. That's what I think. You wanna cry about it? It doesn't matter, you're not in our party anymore. So James Carville is no longer a Democrat, and he could F all the way off, accusing 80% of Democrats of being monsters. You're the monster. So no, we don't have to agree with everything Chevalier says or Mamdani says to say, hey, attaboy for representing your voters, your actual opinions, and not the opinions of a lobby, whether it's a corporate lobby that has been robbing us blind thanks to the Clintons, thanks to every disgustingly corrupt Democratic leader like James Carville, who've been robbing the American people of trillions of dollars, giving it to big pharma, big oil, AIPAC, etc. Yes, thank God you're out of the party. I love it. I wish if every establishment Democrat that was a Democratic leader in this party left the party, the Democratic Party would be 1 billion times better off. Back to you, Anna.
I mean, look, maybe Arabs didn't fund the Clintons' campaign. But did the Arabs blackmail Bill Clinton with the Monica Lewinsky thing? I don't think they did. I don't think they did.
Yeah, if you don't know, there's a book written, no one's denied it, that says that Benjamin Netanyahu, before the public knew, went up to Clinton and said, we have the Monica Lewinsky tapes. Gee, I wonder how they got the Monica Lewinsky tapes. Oh, right, because Israel spies on us all the time. James, you know that disgusting country stole our nuclear weapons? And now threatens the Middle East with weapons of mass destruction? They stole our uranium, they stole our nuclear triggers, they stole all of our top secrets, and they stole your honor and your morality and your decency. And they made you their sad, pathetic servant. You wanna talk insults? We can go insults all day long. I'm the Cajun, oh yeah, I get to say this. Well, I get to say something too, mother.
Okay, I love your energy right now. I'm gonna go to one more video here. In this case, it's CNBC talking to Hakeem Jeffries about the fate of the Democratic Party.
When the Democratic Party includes someone in that tent that believes these things, I don't think any of those things are gonna solve what you just talked about or an answer to any of our problems that you delineate so eloquently. They were saying, you're next, about Hakeem Jeffries, you're next, you're next, you're next. You can't think this is a positive development in New York politics, can you? And they'll just, Dems will be Dems or something like that. I don't see how you can say that. You need You need to reject those things. I think.
First of all, I've clearly rejected those things. That's number one. Number two, and my record speaks for itself. This is not a Dems will be Dems situation. Donald Trump is the president of the United States of America right now. Are you kidding me? And so I'm happy to talk about primary elections in one of the bluest cities in the country. At the end of the day, listen, our focus is going to be on ending this national nightmare.
So real quick, Cenk, because why are these people so like crazed about the election results? Let's go to graphic 6 and 7. So Avila Chevalier refused to vote for Biden in 2020 over his long history of supporting war crimes, writing, quote, I voted in every election since I turned 18, but you're out of your mind if you think I'm voting for a war criminal. Funny, that was my take as well, which is why I did not support Biden when he was still in the race, and I did not vote in favor of Kamala Harris either. She also said, quote, I am an anti-Zionist, full stop. That's the real reason why they're losing their minds.
They don't care about rent control. They don't care about any of the other issues. And look at Joe Kernan. The Democratic voters decided you have to reject them as a Democratic leader. Do reject your own voters. They have been insolent and have disobeyed Israel. And Hakeem Jeffries said, well, that's not the issue. Obviously, I reject them. I'd like to do a distraction about Trump, though. You reject them. I thought you cared about your colleagues. They're going to be your colleagues. Those are very blue districts. By the way, they're calling everything anti-Semitic, right? Do you know that District 10 in New York, the one that Brad Lander beat Daniel Goldman in by over 30 points, is one of the top 3 most Jewish districts in the whole country, highest percentage of Jewish Americans. So that district voted against Dan Goldman. But all these liars on television, these lying politicians and their pundits are going out there and going, oh yeah, they're anti-Semites. Totally made up. Okay.
Lander's Jewish. Lander is Jewish. I know Ben Shapiro literally said he's Jewish in name only, but he's not adequate enough to be considered a Jew.
That's because Zionists are deep anti-Semites against Jews who aren't radical Zionists who love genocide. All of the decent, wonderful, moral Jews in this country are called not Jewish enough by disgusting radical Zionists like Ben Shapiro and probably James Carville. And he says, you can't think this is a positive development in New York politics. You know why Joe Kernan's saying that? Because he's so hurt by the idea that they would lose power. How could us, the powerful, lose power to these voters? Hakeem, you must reject the voters. And of course, Hakeem does. He rejects his own voters because the great lobby of Israel has demanded it. So these are the sick people that are still in charge of our country, but they're a little worried, not for much longer. And that's why you're seeing the panic in their eyes like that. Oh no, you must serve the lobbies and the donors in Israel. How could you not? I've been true. So good. All of you, like the tiny percentage who want to serve a genocide-loving country like Israel, get out of the Democratic Party. I guarantee you we will win till the cows come home. We will win so much because the great majority of the country is on our side. And they're on our side not because they're anti-Semites, but the exact opposite. Because they are wonderful, decent, moral people who are against these nonstop wars and these genocides brought to you definitively by the Israeli lobby that owns bitches like James Carville.
Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.